Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Diplomatic Enclave. I'm your host, Khalid Butt. Now, the need of the hour, whether it be in Pakistan or other countries of the world, is energy. Energy is what keeps our industries going and makes our economy stronger due to that. Now, in Pakistan, our current government is doing its utmost to remove all energy blockades in the country and make Pakistan self-sufficient as far as energy is concerned. For that, it is working in collaboration with other countries that include our brotherly, friendly country, China. We have always said that the relationship and the friendship between Pakistan and China is deeper than the deepest of oceans and highest than the highest of mountains. It is a friendship that has been time-tested, that is long-lasting, and that will go ahead till time immemorial. Now, many Chinese companies are working in Pakistan in different fields. Some are working in the energy sector. Let's talk about the hydropower sector in Pakistan. Pakistan has the capacity of making 60,000 megawatts of electricity in the hydropower sector. For that, Pakistan is not only building dams and other resources by itself and in collaboration with other countries, but is also doing its utmost to do this at the earliest. To talk about that, we have been joined by the CEO of a company that has invested itself extensively in this field, that is hydropower energy. I'm talking of China Three Gorges company, or if I correctly pronounce its complete name, it's China Three Gorges South Asia Investment Limited. His name, Mr. Guobin. Thank you very much, sir, to have joined us here.
Thank you for inviting me to be here. It's honorable. I'm quite honorable to be here, to be interviewed by PTV as well. Yes.
You're more than welcome, sir, and thank you for giving us the time. Sir, tell us, we'll start by asking about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So, actually, I had been working here, you see, as an engineer in the past from 1989 to 2000 for almost 8.5 years, especially in the Sindhi province. And this time I joined CSIR in the year of 2015. So I have stayed here another 2 years. And totally, it's more than 10 years. I'm taking Pakistan as my second home. Yes.
All right. So Pakistan has treated you well?
Yes. Definitely, I have a very good experience during my stay from 1990s and this time as well. We have full support from the local government, from our friends here. The progress of our project is also going well. Yeah.
All right. And how has the cooperation been as far as the Pakistani government or the Pakistani people or the Pakistani companies has been?
Yes. So far we have, for my experience, the Pakistan government, from the federal government, provisional government, even the local people living in the area around our project, they are giving us tremendous support. We have achieved some progress so far. Yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit about China Three Gorges. First of all, why the name Three Gorges? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
All right. Three Gorges is it is a name of a sightseeing place along the middle of Yangtze River. It's a beautiful place. But this Three Gorges project is, you see, this is a dream, a central dream for Chinese government. It can record up to the beginning of 20th century. Yes.
All right. And this China Three Gorges, or the longer name, of course, the China Three Gorges Investment Limited. This company, when and how did it start?
I see. So actually, China's Three Gorges Corporation was established in the year of 1993, and the project of Three Gorges was started in the year of 1997. Yes. So before we commenced the project of Three Gorges, we have also have a history with Pakistan. We have arranged several panel of experts to come to Pakistan and exchange ideas and experience with our WAPDA engineers. We gained a lot, and during the construction period, even a lot of Pakistan engineers was invited to visit the site and to give our advice also in the period. After completion of the Three Gorges project, and we have offered free of cost for WAPDA engineers for manage mega hydro project. We have exchanged a lot of experience in this regard. So from 2008, we were invited by the Pakistan government to develop hydropower in the region, and that's the full background. That's why we have established CSIR, especially in Pakistan, to develop hydropower. Yes.
All right, Mr. Guobin, why choose Pakistan as your core investment region?
I would say there are 4 reasons. Majorly, first, everybody knows Pakistan and China has a very solid and tested friendship. This is the first most important reason. And the second, Pakistan, as you have mentioned, have a lot of potential hydro resources to be developed. The third, for the economy development of Pakistan, the local market need desperately clean energy. And the number 4, so far Pakistan government has established a friendly framework, a legal framework, and investment policy for the foreigners. Yes, this is the reason we have taken Pakistan as our most important strategic market.
All right, Mr. Guobin, and now you've chosen Pakistan as your most important investment region, country. But the thing is, once electricity comes in the country, we can only afford electricity at certain tariffs. We, the people, I'm talking of any normal person. Yes. Now, how are the projects under your company going to help getting competitive tariff rates as far as electricity is concerned in Pakistan?
I see. That's this is a very good question. Our main responsibility is to deliver a competitive tariff in a reliable and predictable way to the local market. The reason I would say why Three Gorges has such a kind of capacity, it can be expressed majorly in 3 aspects. First, technically by building all the mega hydro projects along the Yangtze River, which including 5 the largest hydropower in the world, we have accumulated a lot of experience for the development, for the construction management, for the operational management. So just give you some information, 3 out of, right now, 3 completed mega projects on the Yangtze River are all ahead of schedule, and the direct cost is well within the budget. This is our experience in China also. Outside of China, we have completed mega hydropower project in Malaysia, in Sudan, and some part of Africa also. All this project has been completed with good quality, ahead of schedule, and the employer are quite satisfied. So, and moreover, by operating all these mega hydropower projects, we have developed a comprehensive technology how to operate all this mega power jointly and create additional value, not only by generate more power and reduce our operational cost. We want to apply the same technology in Pakistan. This is from technical point of view. Financially, CTG Group has the same credit rating as the Chinese sovereignty. So we can manage to get competitive financing package to Pakistan. And moreover, that's the most important thing, we have another 2 founder shareholder, Silk Road and IFC. Silk Road representing our government interest. They make sure that our government will supporting our investment in Pakistan. And the other IFC is also a very influential financial institute in the world. It will also make sure our investment is also acceptable internationally.
All
yes.
right. Mr. Guobin, how much of investment has your company made in Pakistan?
So far, we have, after establishment of CSIR in 2011, right now we have 6 portfolio projects, including 3 hydro projects, 3 wind projects, The first project, TGF, the wind project, was put into operation in 2014 of 50 megawatts. Another 250 megawatts of wind has already commenced last year. Hopefully, in the beginning of 2018, it will be put into operation. And from the hydro side, the Carrot, we have commenced in the year of 2015 and witnessed by the two leaders from both countries. So far, the progress is going well, and the financing closed is achieved in the beginning of this week. And we are striving to take all the measures to complete this project within 2020, which is 1 year ahead of the legal schedule. So we want to reduce the time, reduce the financing cost, and deliver a competitive tariff to the local market. And the second hydropower project is Kohala, which is also on the, we have achieved a lot of progress for the land acquisition. All the financing arrangement is on the track. We want to get it commenced within this year of 2017 if the land issue can be solved efficiently from the local government. The third hydro project is the Mar project. It's also it's another 640 megawatts. It's in the developing stage. It's on faster track. So totally, right now we have more than 2,600 megawatts of renewable clean energy project ongoing. The total investment is more than $6 billion.
All right.
Yeah.
So coming to this hydropower clean energy, what is the importance of this hydropower clean energy compared to normal forms of electricity or energy?
All right. So I would like to give some definition of our strategy, why we have taken only clean energy as our strategy, as our focus business in China and in the world as well. Because clean energy is the first, as everybody understands, is environmental friendly. Moreover, as the technology is developing, the clean energy is become more and more competitive and affordable by the end consumer. So another, the nature of the clean energy is that the earlier you get it developed, the earlier you will enjoy this clean energy. So I would say, as you can see in the world, more and more government are involved to make an attractive policy for clean energy instead of the conventional energy. Yes.
All right, all right. Mr. Chin, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, everybody in Pakistan is talking about it. People in China are talking about it. People around the world are talking about it. This is one of the most important corridors between Pakistan and China, and it's going to open large vistas, large avenues as far as economic positioning is concerned, economic turnaround is concerned. How important do you feel is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor from your point of view, and also the associated projects like such as yours in strengthening the bonds between our two brotherly countries, China and Pakistan?
All right. So first I would say CPEC is a flagship for the One Road, One Belt initiative. And definitely, politically, it will further renew our traditional friendship between Pakistan and China. And economically, of course, I am confident it will further strengthen the economic ties between Pakistan and China. And since we are developing energy, and most of the CPEC project, maybe at this moment, 75% is covered in the energy sector. So we are expecting sooner or later, Pakistan and China will integrate the grid station. So the electricity generated in Pakistan will not only serve in the local market, maybe later on it can be mutually benefit for China as well. And as a clean energy provider, you see in CPEC, which is we would expect by developing more and more clean energy, it can make Pakistan more beautiful and more so. It's with a clean energy support. Yes.
All right. Now, in the CPEC project, there are different projects that are going on, whether it be infrastructure, whether it be energy projects, whether they are all the other projects associated with that. How does it feel being part of such a great opportunity?
Then this is the I realize there are a lot of except energy. There are some other infrastructure works, including the Guadar port and also the railway, the highway between China and Pakistan. I think this is an integrated plan between the two countries to further boost the economic and political ties. Yes.
All right, and let's move around and talk about the sustainable development. Now, that is also one aspect that is very important to any company or to any country,
Yes.
whether it be China, Pakistan, our government or your company. What are the sustainable development plans of your company in Pakistan?
Okay. As it is also related with the question which just now you have asked. In order to make our clean energy development sustainable, of course, first we have to make our tariff competitive and acceptable by the market. We have the technology, and we are sure we will. We are making our tariff consistently competitive in the market. This is the first aspect. The second aspect, I would say, in order to deliver all this project more efficiently, we are engaging more and more local staff so that we can deal with local affairs more efficiently. And by jointly as a IFC, as our founder shareholder, we are adopting comprehensive environment and social management plan to make our project investment is always socially and environmentally friendly. And moreover, within our company, we are adopting the policy to maintain transparency and integrity in the market. That is also another aspect to make CCR always sustainable in Pakistan market.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that's great. We'll continue our conversation with Mr. Chin. But before we continue, let's watch a short clip of what the company China Three Gorges has been doing in Pakistan. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to watching Diplomatic Enclave, and we are in conversation with the Executive Vice President and the CEO of the China Three Gorges Investment Limited, that is Mr. Chin Guobin. Mr. Guobin,
Yes.
let's continue and talk about the sustainable development in your company. And you were talking about the Pakistani workforce. How many Pakistani employees are there in your company?
All right. Right now, at present, up to date, we have maybe because as an investment company, we have around 180 employees, management staff, out of which 60% is the local employees. And I also want to emphasize from another direction, because we had been here for around 6 years. In the first project being developed by CCR, the CEO was Chinese.
All right.
Yes. Then while by doing all these projects, continuously, take example for Kohala, we are adopting a local deputy CEO. By Mar project, we have a local CEO who is comprehensive responsible for the whole project. And moreover, our COO and the general manager for the function department, some are also from local employees. And as a policy of our company, we keep localization as a key, as an important factor in our KPI performance of CCR. So, right now, just take example. Last year, our COO of CCR was awarded the excellent employees together with our international other employees around the world. Gradually we are merging together. They become a part of city, not only CCR, a part of CTG as well. So.
All right. Well, that's interesting to know. But how has been the experience of working with the Pakistani staff? Do you adapt easily to each other's work environment and cultures?
First, personally, since I had been here for a long time, I didn't feel much difference. I mean, I'm also taking myself as a Pakistani. I'm quite comfortable to work here. And even for our Chinese new staff, they are working quite well with our local staff. So, and we are regularly, because basically Pakistan and China are Asian culture. We don't feel much difference.
All right.
And you see, and take example, our Chinese staff, I enjoy the Eid festival, local Eid festival. Our local staff, Pakistani staff, are also celebrating our Chinese New Year. So we are also arranging a lot of activities. Just take example, last year we have arranged a table tennis competition. Instead of the expected, since ping pong is the national game of China, we were expecting the Chinese should win the expected championship. But finally, it's our local staff win the championship. Actually, we are a united team together. We have a common target to deliver energy, clean energy to the market. Yes, we don't fear it's a challenge at all. Yes.
All right. Mr. Guobin, social responsibility is also very important for any country, for any company. What kind of projects does your company entail as far as social corporate responsibility is concerned, and how does that improve the lives of the communities and the people that you work with?
That's one of, not only in Pakistan, in China as well, we are taking CSR as a very important responsibility from the company. And we have, if you go to see our strategy, and we have this to develop with the local people, local society is one of the most important strategy for us. Come to CSR, we have developed a comprehensive social responsibility management policy together with IFC and the third party. Just take an example for the Carrot project. We have made a CSR program as approved by the board, covered not only in the 5-year construction period, so also the 30 years operational period. So for the CSR, we have more than 40 sub-projects covers, like we provide some upgrading school facilities, provide some medical facilities, and some training program for the local faculties and in the future life. So we have a comprehensive program. And also, just take example, the land acquisition is an issue internationally in the hydro development. But we are maintaining practice up to the international standard. And also, we are making the whole process transparent and well recorded. We are tracing the life of all affected, even after construction period. So this kind of policy not only cover for Carrot project, in all the CSR project as well. This is a part of our most important implementation strategy for CSR development in Pakistan. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Guobin, now whenever a company works, whether it's in its own country or any other country in the world, there are always challenges that come up front that you have to face. What kind of challenges have you been facing while undertaking the projects that you're working on under your company?
All right. First, our attitude is quite positive, and our management is come to face the challenging and solve the problem, whatever it is. So far, we feel quite good. Maybe we can just say, one or two challenging, which we are now facing. The first challenging, I would say, because our staff, also just 40% of Chinese staff, but a lot of staff has been here maybe for more than 4 or 5 years, and some of them has continuously working for 20 years, 28 years. And some engineers, even senior staff from CSR, they are still more than 30 years old, and they are still bachelor here. So how to maintain this qualified professional and get them continuously working for Pakistan, that's a challenge, always a challenge for us. And the other challenge, I would say it is interconnected with our company target and the local environment as well. Since our headquarters has given us a very aggressive target to deliver all this project so far in the portfolio of CSIR as early as possible. So we have a very aggressive plan. We want to deliver all this clean energy as soon as possible. So far, the cooperation from the federal government provisional level, we are cooperating quite well. But I would want to emphasize a further improvement in this regard, especially from provisional level for land acquisition or tax issue. It will further reduce the cost of the project and reduce the time of the project as well. It will finally, it will make our, our tariff more competitive and more acceptable to the local market. And we would, as a responsible clean energy developer, we are expecting we can work jointly and severally with all the related parties to deliver this clean energy as soon as possible and to make it more affordable to the local market. That's our, I would say, that's a common target. Yes.
All right. You talked about the provincial governments, you talked about cost and that could be worked upon. And I think you must be talking to the relevant ministries and the relevant provincial or federal governments in that regard. But generally, when we talk about the work environment in Pakistan and cooperation with the government, whether it be federal or provincial, or while investing in any other project on the local side, any other challenges on the local side while even talking with different ministries or different departments as far as timely approvals or timely executions are concerned? Have you faced any issue there, or has it been most of it smooth sailing?
I would say 95% we have a very good experience. They are quite efficient. But sometimes you see, due to lack of communication or we are not fully aware local procedures, maybe sometimes take a little time. But cooperation from the government, from a general view, general point of view, we are quite satisfied. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Development is the key for progress in any country. Your company as well or other companies. What is the development strategy of China Three Gorges Investment Limited in Pakistan?
I see. We have, because this strategy was always updated. I think we now, for China Three Gorges Corporation or CSIR, we have a general three-step strategy for the development of clean energy in Pakistan. The first step, we want to develop all the wind power which has been executed in Sindh province as soon as possible. And in the meanwhile, deliver all the 3 hydropower state projects on the Jhelum River as soon as possible. This is the first step. By this time, we would have completed a total investment of $6 billion. Then come to the second step. We want to partner with our local authorities or local partners to develop this mega hydro on the main Indus stream. That's our second step strategy. And the third step, we would one day, sooner or later, work jointly with all the partners to integrate the grid station between the two countries. That's our strategy. To implement this strategy, I would say, because we need more and more local qualified engineers, suppliers to jointly working with us. And moreover, we also want to invite long-term strategic partner to grow with us together. Just take an example. CTG entered into the international market. Maybe we have a plan in the year of 2009. We just entered into the, going aboard. The first step we have taken is grow together with EDP. In the year of 2011, we acquired we become the first significant shareholder of EDP. Then we have, very shortly, we have our business presence in the whole Europe for the wind, solar tech development. We have our very strong presence in Brazil as well with them. So if a local partner can grow together with us, we are expecting we can not only grow in Pakistan, in other parts of the region as well for the clean energy development. Yes.
All right. Mr. Guobin, this brings me to a question that any layman would ask you. Hydropower, clean energy, wind, solar, these are projects that you basically work upon. Now, once such a project is constructed, how long does it take before you have to kind of revisit it or revise some of the things in it? How sustainable is it? How many years will it go on without any issue happening?
Actually, so far we have a very good experience for the hydro development, especially. Of course, you see, take example for our Guobin project, which was put into operation in the year of 1984. Now it almost more than 30 years, safely operation. However, maybe initially we are just expecting a very short-term life, but by doing some refurbishing, now this Guobin project is almost a brand new project. It can also generate more power than the initial design. So for the hydropower sector, I would say if you manage and operationally, professionally, it can extend a long life for the whole project. Yes. Similarly, we are still developing some technology to make our wind or solar project extend the life of these projects as well. Yes.
Oh, that's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are conversation with Mr. Chin, the CEO of China 3 Gorges Investment Limited. We'll be back after a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Diplomatic Enclave, and we are in conversation with Mr. Chin Guobin, the Executive Vice President and the CEO of China 3 Gorges Investment Limited. Sir, when we talk about any company, a company does not work by itself. There are different elements involved, including the shareholders, including all the people who invest in it. Now, first of all, how does one retain the confidence of shareholders, and what is the importance of shareholders, for example, that work with your company? You mentioned IFC in the beginning of the show.
All right. So to take IFC as a founder shareholder of CSAIR, because we want to get ourselves exposed to the international capital market, and also by adopting the best practice available in the world to make our hydro investment environmentally and socially more acceptable to the local society. And also we want to make our whole management process with integrity to make it as much transparent as possible, to make it, you see, our whole investment in CSAIR, you see, we don't, maybe we are not only environmental and socially friendly, but also can be well accepted by the local society, by the international market. That's the major reason we have called IFC as our founder shareholder, and also Silk Road as also another founder shareholder of CSAIR as well. Yes.
Or when it comes to projects in Pakistan that you're undergoing, who are your major shareholders? IFC is still a major shareholder of all the projects in Pakistan as well?
IFC and the Silk Road, they are the shareholder of all our projects.
All the projects that
Yeah,
include
yes.
those in Pakistan.
Yes.
Speaking of Pakistan, now you said that you've been here for quite some time. You were here before, then you came back again. Now how has your experience in general been from the first time that you came and this time when you're now here as the CEO of a very important company? Do you feel that there are any changes as far as the general environment is concerned?
I would say after I come back, I realize a lot of changes, not because there have been a lot of development in the infrastructure in Karachi, in Lahore, Islamabad as well. So during my initial stay in the 1990s, I think by that time, even China is a little behind Pakistan. But after almost 30 years, China has improved a lot, I would say, and we have a tremendous development across China. So compared with China, we have maybe the development here in Pakistan is not as that much, but as a friend, we want to grow together, not only by CPEC, we want to show our personal or company efforts as well to the local economy, yes.
All right, Mr. Guobin, not only are you a bachelor in civil engineering, you've also done your master's in business administration, and you've had such a lot of experience, not only in your own country, but also in different countries where you've managed projects that have been very important for the countries concerned, whether it be in South America, whether it be in other countries of the world. Now, what has that brought to you as a person, and how has that made you judge more any country by its capability or capacity as far as building hydropower projects there is concerned?
I would say, because I have been doing some business around the world, but since we have identified the market where there are potential of hydro resources, that's why we can identify not only because of our friendship, but also there are plenty of resources to be developed. That's why we are taking Pakistan as a very important market. We want to share our experience by building so many projects around the world with our most friendly country, Pakistan, to deliver as much as possible clean energy and in the shortest time. Yes.
All right. Well, in the beginning of the show, Mr. Guobin, I had talked about the potential that Pakistan has as far as hydropower is concerned. 60,000 megawatts is the potential that Pakistan has at this moment that can be developed. Now, 60,000 megawatts is a lot of energy, and that can not only fulfill Pakistan's energy needs, but Pakistan can also start exporting energy if it is allowed to develop that much of megawatts of hydropower energy. How long, sir, does it take for a project from beginning till end? Let's ask as an example of your project.
Take example, it depends on the experience of the developer. Take example, for the three gauges, it takes a long time. Maybe I have said in the beginning, it's a century dream for the whole Chinese people. And the idea was initiated in the beginning of 1990s, in the beginning of 20th century. Now we have started commencement in the year of 1997. So the dream was realized by the latest, by 10 years, around 12 years construction period from 1997 to 2009, where all the projects generation units was put into operation. But before construction, it takes a long time to consider all the factors. You see, that's an experience we have gained. But however, once we have gained the experience by developing the Three Gorges project, then by applying this technology in the upper stream, Shirodu or Xianjiaba, then it just takes around 10 years or to 15 years. We have completed all these projects ahead of schedule. Then we want to apply the same kind of experience jointly with our Pakistan partners. We should deliver all the hydropower in a soonest manner so we can to serve the country economy. Yes.
All right, sir. Once you start a project and you finish it and it starts generating power in any way possible, how long does your staff remain with the project to ensure that there is no issue as far as continuous maintenance of that project is concerned?
Actually, within our group, we have a management practice. We get O&M team fully involved in the whole, even in the whole construction period, not only in the construction activities, but also involved in the design of all the parameters for all the equipments. So by the time we have completed the project, get it accepted and commissioned, all the so far the experience for our project in all the mega hydro projects along the Yangtze River, the day you have delivered, we have handed over the project to the owner. It has been operating quite successfully, and moreover, by the internet nowadays, the internet technology, we are most of our generation units is monitored online. So we are trying to increase the operating technology to make the power, all the generation units are more reliable. Our standard for operation and maintenance, we don't, within CTG group, we don't allow any unplanned suspension of the generation units. That's our principle. That's why the electricity generated by Three Gorges company, we can predict by what time how much power can be generated. So the dispatcher can well accept all the power generated by this company. So there's as nowadays we have the technology development, we have gained a lot of experience, not only for construction management, for the operation as well. Yes.
All right. Mr. Guobin, you've invested in Pakistan since quite a number of years. There are important projects that are in the pipeline that are getting in shape. Now, what are the future projects that you might have in mind of implementing in Pakistan in the hydropower or other clean energy projects that you would like to invest in?
We have, as you were informed, we have a three-step strategy. There are a lot of potential pipeline to be developed within Pakistan. And also, since it is a unique investment platform for three Gorges in the whole region, so maybe our investment will cover some clean energy project outside of Pakistan as well, where this is so far we were, because at least I think just take example, maybe temporarily, maybe by deliver all the CPAC thermal power plants or our existing portfolio into operation, the demand and supply can reach balance in a short term. But as far as the economy is further growing in Pakistan, I think more and more clean energy is required. We will make our investment plan according to the local requirements.
All right. So, Mr. Guobin, do you intend to stay in Pakistan for another 20 to 30 years minimum to develop all those projects?
But I would say I want to, but I also want my young generation come up, and they are more to get them trained, and also I think we are expecting the young generation can be much more excellent than our generation.
But your experience, sir, I think will go way ahead in developing projects such as these and helping also Pakistan become a self-sufficient country as far as clean energy is concerned. How optimistic are you, Mr. Guobin, as far as Pakistan being self-sustainable in clean energy or energy in particular is concerned?
I would say that as far as there's a systematic planning and maintain and further improve the investment policy, I think Pakistan will sooner or later dominant by clean energy. That's maybe a good choice for the whole country development in a sustainable way.
All right. Well, Mr. Guobin, how do you see the future of Pak-China friendship and Pak-China cooperation in all the different sectors that we are seeing China investing in, and also including the energy?
That's a good question and a challenging question as well, because so far we are quite focusing on the clean energy, but however, we have Pakistan and China as a very friendly country. We from the government level, from the company level, we are exchanging ideas to share the experience. And maybe later on we can, this is a CPEC, or later on the future development. It should be always on a win-win basis. Then we can develop the whole, as a political economic ties or energy project in a sustainable way, which this is a basic principle, a win-win solution. That's all. And also we are expecting Pakistan will further, adjust the policy to make clean energy as a part of strategic investment. To adjust to bring more favorite policy in this regard. It will maybe further improve the situation. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Guobin, with all your vast experience in the sector, in the world, especially in Pakistan as well, the time that you've spent here, the investment that you've made on a personal and on a professional basis, and the commitment that you have to your company and to progress in Pakistan through China and this development of China-Pakistan relations, what kind of message would you like to give to the Pakistani people who want to work with China, to the Pakistani people who want to invest in the progress of our country?
All right. I would say I want to, as a CEO of a Chinese investment company, we want to share our experience, voluntarily with our local investors. So we hope we can grow, have a partnership at the company level or project level to grow together. That's the first message. And in the meanwhile, because Pakistan and China has a very solid political relationship, we hope by developing all the CPEC, our clean energy project, it will further strengthen the relationship between the two countries. That's our, as a company, and that's our social responsibility roles as well. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Chin Guobin, to have come, to have given us the time, and to have given us an overview of what not only your company is doing, but also what China is doing in general to make Pakistan stronger and, of course, make the China-Pakistan friendship stronger. And your work is very important in that respect, and also for clean energy. That is the future of energy in any country, including Pakistan, because, as you say, it is clean, whether it be hydropower, wind or solar. Ladies and gentlemen, energy, a very important aspect for any country, as I highlighted in the beginning of the show. For many countries, including for countries such as ours, we can be self-sufficient in energy, and inshallah we will be very soon with the help of assistance from countries such as China and companies such as the China Three Gorges South Asia Investment Limited, whose CEO and Vice President I was in conversation with. A very positive overview of the relations, a very positive overview of the projects that are being constructed at this moment, that are in progress in Pakistan, and we can only wish for the future of Pakistan to be bright, as well as the relationship between Pakistan and China. Pak-China friendship, Zindabad, Allah Hafiz.